Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today, this time on Hbar. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So we're looking at Hbar right now. It's still sitting here under 7 cents. A great buying opportunity. And I'm going to show you why. So let's take a look. Also, Avery Dennison with Atma.io, the single biggest use case on a DLT, leveraging Hedera for the supply chain carbon emissions tracking of billions of unique items, including 6 of the top 20 apparel brands. TPS expected to ramp up in July. And we know that Hbar is continually building in a bear market, in crypto winter. And that's what you want from your cryptocurrency. You want it to continue building. So when the sun finally does come out and crypto winter is over, you want to have those cryptocurrencies that are soaring to all new, all-time highs and beyond. Because if your cryptocurrency is doing nothing, or it's just a popular coin of the day, most likely you're not going to make a lot of money coming out of this crypto winter. Then we see this. If you are truly about early investment and innovation, and not only one real use case but multiple, you should be stacking and staking Hbar. I mean, Hbar is pretty much a no-brainer at this point. Their governing council has IBM on it, Boeing, Google, and people still will argue with you when it comes to Hbar. I mean, we know this also. We know it's the greenest proof of stake network. And it's going to be used in transactions. People think that, XRP is going to be the only one handling payments. But it's not. Hbar is also going to be involved there with XRP, with XLM, the other ISO 222 tokens. But we're going to talk about that in a minute. So let's continue on. Hedera Hbar is a very promising chain with lots of potential. Did you know even Google and IBM invested in it? It's dubbed the blockchain killer, promising state-of-the-art security and extremely low fees. And that's the thing. Once you have IBM on board, you're pretty much, Hbar is going to go long past all-time highs. It's going to probably 100x from where it sits right now, very easily. And a lot of people chase these 10x coins. You hear it all the time. Well, it's going to definitely do a 10x from here. I even see people still talking on Twitter about being whole coiners in Bitcoin right now. Okay, so you take $20,000 and you buy a whole Bitcoin. What's your gain? 5x? Okay, you get to 100k. Do you realize, if you invested the same amount of money and you diversified into altcoins, you'd probably 50x your money. The same money. But people don't ever look at these cryptocurrencies. Or you see a lot of FUD about it and people get worried. It's like, people are saying bad things about this cryptocurrency. Maybe it's not the investment I need right now. But I could tell you this, Hbar is going to be massive. Then we see this, IBM blockchain, and I show you this a lot. This is the Hyperledger Fabric plus modular plugin capability. Hedera Hbar, Stellar, XLM, WorldWire. And right here, we see Hashgraph. And people will argue and say, well, Hbar, I'm not so sure it's going to make the ISO 222 cut. It's only rumored to be compliant. And you'll see that all over Twitter, once you bring up Hbar, and if you say it's ISO 222 compliant, people will always argue it. But the thing is, it's tied to IBM. We see how easily it can be implemented. And I believe that list that they always bring up is outdated. And I'll actually show you that list in a little bit. So, right here it is. Sorry. So we see Hedera Hashgraph, rumored to be compliant. You will always get hit with this list. And it doesn't matter if you're not talking about, Ripple or XLM, they'll bring up this list. You could be talking about Algorand, IOTA, XDC, doesn't matter. But I have almost 100% guarantee that Hedera is going to make this list and be part of the new financial system. And a lot of people will say it's not going to happen because it's different than blockchain. But that doesn't mean it's not going to be used. And then we see this. Mark Cuban, come on over if you want to see DeFi and NFT explosion on a powerhouse platform that is green, low cost, well capitalized, and connected with industry giants. And that's what Hbar is. And the thing is, Hbar is a true powerhouse when it comes to NFTs. I see their NFTs going for more than on almost any other crypto. I mean, sure, you see the ones that are sold for like millions and millions of dollars, but you can mint NFTs relatively cheap on Hbar. You could probably 2x here, 3x there if that's what you want to get into. As far as NFTs, it's a good time to learn about NFTs because they're very early, in my opinion. I also think NFTs are going to be very tradable in the future. Plus, they're starting to get use case and utility. They're used in games. Now they're tying music to them. I think they're going to be used a lot more as we move forward into the future, especially with Web3 and Metaverse. And then we see this, energy use and transaction, Bitcoin. I mean, it's not even a question. People still believe Bitcoin is going to move all the money in the world. People think that Bitcoin is going to be part of the new financial system, and it is not. A lot of people still believe Ethereum is going to be, and it's not. I'm telling you, the ISO 222 tokens are the ones you need to be investing in, and Hbar, in my opinion, is one of those tokens. And then we see this. Decentralized on Hedera. We're going to look at use case. And what do we see? Number one, payments, reduce cost, and unlock new revenue. Payments is a big thing. Fraud mitigation is just as big. Reduce cost and protect customers. That's going to be one of the most important things as we move to the new financial system. You have to protect everyone that is using it. There's going to be a lot of person-to-person payments. There's going to be a lot of retail. You're still going to go to the store like you always did. But if we're using digital currency, it's easily stolen unless you have a very good project behind the protection of your customers. And I believe Hbar fits that 100%. Then we see tokenized assets, manage and swap assets like never before, identity, maintain the life cycle of credentials. And identity's starting to become really big too, with digital IDs. That's going to be a very huge thing in the short term. Then we also see data compliance, log in publicly, verify actions. That's going to be important. See how all of this can tie into the new financial system? Plus healthcare. You can never ignore healthcare when it comes to investing in cryptocurrency. If your crypto has to do with healthcare and payments, it's going to be massive. And I'm not just saying that. It's one of those things I truly believe because we use those things day to day. And then on top of that, you have gaming and you have enterprise, you have Web 3.0. I mean, Hedera is one of those cryptos that never stops giving more. They're always working continually around the clock, even in a bear market. So at the price that it's sitting at right now, even to get a decent bag is pretty cheap compared to where this is going. And then we see this. Swiss Hashgraph Association launches the Hashgraph Innovation Program to accelerate adoption of the Hedera network worldwide. And this is becoming something big because Shinhan Bank to conduct Stablecoin International Remittance POC on Hedera network in partnership with major multinational bank. So the stable coins are starting to tie into Hedera also. And that's another thing that you got to look at, because look, the UK is to introduce legislation on stable coins by August. We know the new digital euro is out, and we know the digital pound is coming. And I believe a lot of countries are going to rush to that because they have to get in front of what's being built. The quicker you are, if your country is very quick to start with a new stable coin, digital stable coin, like for instance, we know Russia wants to digitize the ruble. We know the digital euro is already being built. So now what does the US have to do? And a lot of people believe that USDC is our stable coin in the US. But they need to announce it. They need to let everyone know that. No one actually came out and said, this is our stable coin, this is our digital dollar. But most people speculate it is. But guess what? The rest of the world is still moving forward. And now we see Hedera getting tied into it, into stable coins. So why would it not be tied into ISO 222? With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. If I was you, I would stack these Hbar bags while the price is still low, because I don't think it's going to stay low much longer. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for watching.